I got the fender on there. It fits really well. I got all of the bolts tightened up and everything's good. But now comes the part that I really wanted to try and avoid it. I don't know if you caught it or not in the time lapse or the speed up. I was trying to peel the tape away from the tire so I could kind of snake that chain out without taking the fender off. I'm totally gonna have to take the fender off, so there's that. But the fender is on there solid. That's a really good fit. I'm way happier with that. I did measure it. I will measure it again. One moment, please. So the front tire, the front of the fender to the tire is sitting at roughly about an inch, and I'm pretty sure the rear is roughly about the same. A 30 seconds difference. I am not going to cry about a 30 seconds difference. So the gap at the front of the fender and the gap at the rear of the fender are within a 30 seconds of each other. That's obviously not factory, but it's good enough for this motherfucker. So now I get to take it completely off, remove the chain, put it back on, and then remove the tape that prevents me from ruining the paint job. So what I'm going to do now, I guess I'm going to clean up the tool bench a little bit. You guys can't really see it on the camera there, but there's some tools here. I'm going to get them out of the way. And then I went and got this the other day on my parts / whatever the hell else I needed run to town. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. I truly don't. It says Terra LED 6 auxiliary light. It has all of the lumens. It doesn't give the size of it. Like the size of the actual unit in and of itself. So I already popped the seal on it and took it out, but yeah. So, instruction booklet. This is the light. The protective covering, not bad. This is the light. It seems like a pretty well constructed little light that I'm about to fuck up, trying to get it into my retro old school housing. The light in and of itself is 5 5/8 by 5 5/8, so perfect circle. No big surprise there. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to just in there. There is going to 9,000% be some kind of like fabrication in this. If it does actually work, that's the thing. I don't know if it's actually going to work or not. So I guess first off I have to deconstruct this very nice looking light, and then see if I can't get it into this. The opening for this is roughly about well, hang on. Let me do this. I'm going to take this ring off, this outer ring, and in order to do this I need to remove this little hood ornament, I guess I'm sure that's not what it's called, but that's what I will refer to it as for this little thing here. It's just a decorative piece is really all it is. It kind of helps keep this finished ring sturdy. Took that off. There you go. There's that. Here is some kind of well, fuck, I don't even know what you're, like a bevel or something? I don't know, some kind of mounting ring that maybe helps keep everything solid inside of there. We're holding on to that for now. So this is, I have roughly about the same
space. This is what, 5 3/4. Should be by 5 3/4 unless things are fucked. Yeah, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and this was 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. So I should, given this little part down here, the little factory mounting spot, I should be able to just slide that right in there. I don't know how I'm going to keep it from moving around just yet. It appears at this point in time that I should just be able to cut that right off. Doing that, though, is definitely going to prevent me from returning it if it doesn't work. Like, if I did that and then took this into the store and I was like, yeah, I need to return this, I want my money back, they would pull the product out of the box and be like, well, what the fuck? What's going on here? But I don't know. You know, that's kind of the risk you take whenever you fabricate stuff, whenever you customize stuff. So yeah, I think that's where I'll start. There is, let me just see, there's 2 little tabs back in here that I have to pop up, and I don't want to do this too many times because those tabs are, I don't know how sturdy they are. So once the light is together, I would like the light to stay together for the rest of eternity if I could. So in the back here, there was a little grommet. I don't know, it feels like plastic. It kind of looks like rubber, but it's hard. We'll take that out. And you can kind of just barely see the 2 tabs there. Those are what you call them, compression tabs or something, maybe, I think. They're, you peel them up with a flat head or a knife or whatever you have, and it's in order to put them back in, I will have to push those back down. That's why I don't want to keep doing that, because if you keep moving it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, I mean, those will break with time. So once this gets in there, hopefully I do not ever have to take it back out, because I don't know how many times I can do that before those absolutely break off. But we're just going to test fit this right here, right now, and see exactly what needs to happen. So that the bottom factory mounting point on the light definitely needs to come off. Let me try and put it in this way. I have a little bit more room. So that fits in there really well. There's just the tiniest little bit of play, of wiggle room. So I wonder, maybe if I did like 3 screws on the very outside. So we have our little finish ring here. Popped it back on. It's obviously not secured at the moment, but maybe I could do. Okay, cool. So that doesn't pass through there. That's with the finish ring on there. It's not big enough to fall out. So that gives me a little bit. I think this is now worthless from the way it's looking. The hardware that came with the light, let's see here, mounting bracket, that's pretty good quality, it seems like. I mean, that's a pretty simple thing. So It's not hard to get good quality. You have a big bolt, a smaller bolt, and then some wire fittings, which will probably get thrown in the back stock of wire fittings that I have up here in these things. You can kind of see a little bit here. This is kind of like a little unit where I have a bunch of different kinds of crap. I mean, there's literally, there's stuff up there that I don't even know what the hell it is, if I'm being honest. Those will probably get thrown in there in favor of heat shrink or something else. And then the rest of the bag is nuts and washers. So these I would like to utilize, obviously, in some manner. They may or may not be utilized. There are 2 lock washers. I really enjoy these things. Those are awesome. They will get used definitely. Maybe not on this application, but they'll get used, I assure you. So we're gonna pop that back off, and I guess mock up where I need to cut the factory mounting bracket off, and maybe go from there. I'm gonna cut it long. Like I'm going to not cut off more than I need. Just that way, if it doesn't completely go in, I can shave it. I do that in favor of cutting too much off and having it be extra wobbly. So yeah, I guess I'll do that, and then see if I can't just get it to sit in there nice and neat. Maybe even rely on the excess from this little thing. So when I cut this off, I might even try and have what's left of it be kind of a spot where it hits the outer ring here and maybe adds a little bit of stability. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, and just kind of work with it the best we can.
sorry, that was mean. Uncalled for. When you got neighbors that allow their dogs to just sit and bark, like what you can hear in the background, I'm sure. In any case, the small vise is exactly as that statement refers or implies, is a small vise. And is not going to work for what I need at the moment. Came over to the big vise. So the idea is I'm going to clamp this in there, have it wrapped in a paper towel, or not a paper towel, but a rag, so it doesn't scratch the lens. And then I'm going to put some very cheap ultra lightweight plywood on hither side in the vise to further protect it and chop that right off. Right, so off camera, because the camera itself had to charge, what I've done is I have, if I can get it out, because it was a pain, it got stuck. There it is. I've ground off that mounting surface, or the mounting fob, or whatever you want to call it, and fitted it in there into my retro housing here. Just like, come on. Alright, so just like so. And it pops in there past the lip. Now, okay, so I guess what I plan to do from this point here is, once the trim ring is on, yeah, well, you know, once the trim ring is on, I'm gonna adjust it accordingly, get it to where I want it. Then this hood ornament here, whatever you want to call it, goes on top like so, right? And so there's a mounting hole here. I think what I'm going to try and do is get the internals set where I want them. So the internal being the actual light in and of itself. I'll get it set where I want it. And then get another screw for the hood ornament and put that on there. And then run that through there, and that'll act like the #1 compression fit. And then down here on the bottom, on either side of the mounting bracket there, what I'll do is I'll drill a hole and a hole, and those will be 2 more compression fitting screws. And when I tighten all 3 of the screws, it will hold the light in composition where I want it. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that idea, and so I think that's what I'm going to try. Hopefully it works, because I only have one of these and I don't want to fuck it up. I can buy another one of these. It was $50 fucking dollars. So I don't want to buy another one, but I can. You know, this is replaceable. This part of it, not so much.